This video was requested by a lot of people, so here it is. This is how I make my animatics. Keep in mind I'm not a pro, but this is what I've learned over the last year. Making an animatic usually takes me from 1 or 2 weeks, depends on how determined or busy I am. At first, I've never really done any preparation to make my videos. I just straight up drew the frames inside, edited them, and I was done, I just kinda freestyled my videos. But not a long time ago, I started drawing tiny frames in class when I'm bored, and it really helped me make the animatics look more dynamic. I think it's called thumbnailing. And now my animatics don't consist of head and shoulders as much as in the past, so that helps. It's good practice. Okay, so all you really have to do is create a folder for your frames and just open up your drawing program, grab your favorite brush and go. You have to remember that it's okay to be messy with your frames, but don't overdo it because you want the viewer to know what is happening on the screen. But you also should remember it doesn't have to be a full-on animation, but 5 frames per minute also doesn't look the best. And it can only make your video seem boring, no matter how pretty the frames are. So to sum it up, be a little messy, but don't overdo it, but don't also make perfect frames if it means more interesting movement. You know what you get what I mean, right? Okay. Move on to the next one. If you want to spice it up a little bit, change background colors depending on the place the characters are at, especially if you're making more serious animatics. Avoid just going with a white background. Like, spice it up a little bit, add some color. Also, you can experiment with various shots of the character. Long story short, if there's a more dynamic scene, go full body, but if you want to show emotion, then show the face. Don't be like older me who only did face shots. Those were dark times. Okay, once you've drawn your frames, put them in an editing program. I've started my adventure with Windows Movie Maker, but if you have the opportunity to use something else, like Sony Vegas for example, if you have to choose Vegas over Windows Movie Maker, then do that. It gives you a lot more freedom and you can do more cool things with it. But if you can't get Vegas, then have no fear. I'll show you some cool tricks. Okay, let's go. For example, this effect. This is how you do it. You have 2 frames and you want him to go swoosh, right? Okay, all you have to do is just believe you can. Stop. Okay, is copy the first frame and make it really short, and add one of those close-up effects depending on where the character in the second frame is. You just have to keep in mind where the character is because, as I mentioned before, Windows Movie Maker is kind of limited. Also, if you want to just make a quick skip to a different shot, you just draw a couple of lines and boom. Art life hacks. Okay. Also, if you want this cute bouncy effect to add some movement, move the frame a little bit down. If you work inside like I do, just press Ctrl and a down arrow a couple of times. Save the frame as a separate one and put it in there for a little quick moment. Keep in mind it has to be really quick, otherwise it will look kind of weird. You can also experiment with those Windows Movie Maker effects, but try not to overdo them, like this. Anyway, you put your frames together with the music, rinse and repeat till your animatic is over. I usually just do a couple of frames per day and edit them. You can always just kind of draw the frames till you have all of them and then edit them. But I think the first way is much easier since you can see more mistakes and such. So yeah, that's it. You render it and boom. Here is the final effect. I hope you found this video at least a little bit helpful, but I doubt it, seeing how much of a quality video it is. And I wish the best for all of you future animators. Also, thank you for watching my videos. So yeah.